Hello, incredible folks over 60. You've lived a life full of hustle, heart, and courage, raising families, building careers, and showing up for others even when it wasn't easy. You've earned every wrinkle, every laugh line, and every story etched into your soul. Now, as you step into this radiant new chapter, whether you call it retirement, reinvention, or simply your time, something powerful is unfolding. You're realizing that life isn't about chasing more stuff, more stress, or more to-dos. It's about choosing better moments, better priorities, better ways to fill your days with meaning. But here's a truth not everyone talks about. Sometimes, living better means letting go, not adding more to your already full plate, but gently setting down the habits, fears, and pressures that no longer serve you. Letting go isn't about loss, it's about creating space for joy, peace, and freedom. It's about giving yourself permission to live lighter, laugh louder, and love deeper. In this journey, I'm going to walk you through 9 things you might consider leaving behind after 60. These aren't criticisms or rules, they're invitations to embrace the life you deserve. I'll share heartfelt stories, practical steps, and a big dose of inspiration to make this feel like a cozy chat with a friend who believes in you. Each section is packed with details to spark your imagination and motivate you to act. And trust me, stick with me until the end. The last one might just shift how you wake up tomorrow morning. Ready? Let's dive into this adventure together. 1. Stop saving out of fear. For years, you've been taught to save for a rainy day, save for retirement, save just in case. That mindset was your foundation, helping you build security for yourself and your loved ones. You deserve a pat on the back for that discipline. But here's a gentle question. If your basic needs are covered, why are you still saving out of fear? After 60, it's time to shift from hoarding for someday to savoring today. I'll never forget George and Linda, a couple I met at a retirement workshop. George was 68, with over $2 million in savings, a paid-off home, and no debt. Yet, whenever Linda suggested a vacation, maybe a cruise or even a weekend getaway, George's face would tighten. What if something happens, he'd say. What if we need that money later? His fear wasn't about numbers, it was about trusting the life he'd built. One day, I asked him, George, what if later is now? What if you never get to enjoy what you've worked so hard for? That question lingered. A few months later, they booked a trip to Alaska. When they returned, Linda showed me photos of them grinning under the northern lights. It wasn't about the money, she said. It was about giving ourselves permission to live. Saving is a tool, not a cage. If you're clutching every dollar out of fear, you might miss the chance to make memories, like treating your grandkids to a day at the zoo, taking your partner to that quaint bed and breakfast, or finally buying that telescope to stargaze. Money isn't just for emergencies, it's for connection, adventure, and joy. Get clear on your numbers. Meet with a financial advisor to confirm your essentials, housing, healthcare, daily needs are secure. Knowing you're covered can quiet the fear. Reframe your mindset. Instead of asking, what if I run out? Try, what's worth spending on today? Maybe it's a cooking class, a gift for a friend, or a plane ticket to see family. Start small. This month, spend on one thing that feels like a treat, not a necessity, a new book, a theater ticket, or a cozy blanket. Notice how it feels to say yes to yourself. Celebrate security. If you've saved enough, take a moment to honor that achievement. You did that. Now let it support your happiness. Motivation boost. You've built a fortress of security. Now open the gates and let joy in. Trust yourself to spend with heart and watch your days sparkle. 2. Stop spending on things that don't bring you joy. Now that you're ready to loosen the purse strings, let's make sure your money goes where your heart does. Too often, we spend out of habit, guilt, or pressure to keep up with trends, impress others, or fill an empty space we haven't named. But after 60, your dollars should dance to the tune of what truly lights you up. Meet Susan, 72, who used to spend thousands every year on clothes she rarely wore, gadgets she didn't need, and gifts she felt obligated to give. She'd see a sale and think, I can't pass this up. But when we talked about her happiest purchase, her face softened. A $600 plane ticket to surprise my sister, she said. They spent a weekend in her sister's small apartment, laughing over old photos, crying about shared losses, and staying up late with glasses of wine. That trip meant more than every shopping bag I ever carried, she said. Susan learned to spend with intention, focusing on what brought her closer to love and meaning. Spending without joy is like pouring water into a cracked bucket, it leaks away. After 60, your money should reflect your values, whether it's travel, family, creativity, or comfort. And joy doesn't always need a price tag. Sometimes it's a picnic with friends or a quiet evening with a good book. Pause and reflect. Before you buy, ask, will this add joy to my life, or is it just clutter? If it feels heavy or pointless, let it go. Prioritize experiences. Research shows experiences like a concert, a family dinner, or a local festival create deeper happiness than things. Plan one experience this month. Declutter your spending. Look at your last 3 months of expenses. Highlight what felt meaningful, a gift for your grandchild, and what didn't, another subscription you forgot about. Redirect those dollars. Embrace free joys. Write a letter to someone you love, watch the sunrise, or join a free community event. These moments are often the richest. Motivation boost. Your money is your paintbrush. Use it to create a masterpiece of memories. Spend on what makes your heart sing, and let the noise fall away. 3. Stop trading time for money. Unless it truly fulfills you, for decades, your time was tied to money. You worked long hours, took on tough projects, and showed up even when you were exhausted. That grit built your life, your home, your family's opportunities, your legacy. But after 60, time becomes your most precious currency. It's time to ask, are you working because you love it or because you're afraid to let go? I met Clara, a high school teacher who'd been at it for 35 years. At 62, friends kept nudging her toward retirement, but she'd laugh and say, I'll retire when I stop loving it. Her classroom was her stage, where she inspired kids and felt alive. She taught until 67, then one morning she woke up and knew it was time. She left with peace, diving into gardening and mentoring young teachers part-time. Contrast that with John, 65, who stayed in a soul-draining corporate job. I don't know who I'd be without it, he confessed. When he finally retired, he regretted not leaving sooner to pursue woodworking, a passion he'd shelved for years. You can always earn more money, but you can't earn more time. If your work steals your energy or keeps you from what you love, it's costing too much. But if it fills you with purpose, keep going on your terms. The key is choice, not habit. Reflect deeply, write down what you love about your work, the people, the creativity, and what you don't, the stress, the commute. Be honest. Explore new paths. If you want to keep working, try part-time, freelancing, or volunteering in a field that excites you, like tutoring kids or helping at a local museum. Rediscover yourself. Retirement isn't an end, it's a new chapter. Join a book club, take a photography class, or volunteer. You're more than your job title. Talk it out. Share your thoughts with a friend or spouse. Sometimes saying it aloud clarifies what you want. Motivation boost. Your time is a treasure chest waiting to be opened. Trade it for meaning, not just money. You're free to write your next chapter. Stop putting off the experiences you crave. How many times have you said, I'll do it later? That dream trip to the Grand Canyon, that guitar you meant to learn, that letter to your childhood friend, someday, right? But someday isn't a date, and waiting too long can turn dreams into what-ifs. After 60, it's time to stop postponing and start living. Ed and Marie, a couple in their late 60s, always talked about a cross-country RV trip. They had the savings and a shiny Airstream trailer, but year after year, they said, next summer. Work, family, or life always got in the way. Then Ed had a health scare, a minor heart issue, but enough to shake them. They realized they'd been waiting for a perfect moment that might never come. 6 months later, they hit the road. They got flat tires, argued over directions, and laughed through it all. When I saw them later, Marie said, it wasn't glamorous, but it was the best thing we ever did. We stopped waiting. That trip became their legacy, a story their kids still share. Life after 60 is your canvas, don't leave it blank. Experiences, big or small, are what make life rich. You don't need a bucket list or a fortune, just the courage to say yes now. Waiting for the right time is often fear in disguise, but you're stronger than that. Name your dream. Write down one thing you've always wanted to do, a trip, a hobby, a conversation. Be specific. Break it down. Big dreams feel scary, so start small. Want to travel? Book a weekend getaway. Want to paint? Buy a $10 watercolor set. Set a deadline. Pick a date, say 3 months from now, and commit to one step, like signing up for a class or calling a travel agent. Embrace imperfection. It doesn't have to be epic. A local hike, a new recipe, or a coffee date with a friend counts as living. Motivation boost. The world is still bursting with wonder, and you're still young enough to chase it. Stop waiting for permission. Make today your someday. 5. Stop neglecting your health. Your health is the foundation of everything you love. Playing with grandkids, gardening, traveling, or just feeling good when you wake up. After 60, it's not about chasing youth or fitting into old jeans. It's about keeping your freedom and energy to live the life you want. Neglecting your health is like ignoring a car's oil light. Eventually, it stalls. Betty, 66, used to brush off her doctor's advice to move more. She felt tired and achy, blaming getting old. Then a friend invited her to a senior walking group just 15 minutes around the park. She grumbled but went. Within weeks, she felt stronger. 6 months later, she was hiking short trails with her grandkids. I didn't know how much I was missing, she said, her smile wide. Now think about this. Would you rather have $20 million but feel exhausted every day, or $1 million and wake up vibrant? Most pick the latter, yet we often live like we're chasing the first. Health isn't a chore, it's a gift to your future self. Small choices now, like walking, eating a bit better, or seeing your doctor, keep you independent and ready for adventure. Without health, even the best plans fade. Move your way, walk 10 minutes a day, try chair yoga, or dance to a favorite song. Find what feels fun, not forced. Nourish smartly, swap one soda for water, add a veggie to dinner, or try a smoothie with fruit. No need for drastic diets, just gentle upgrades. Prioritize checkups, book that overdue doctor's visit or dental exam. It's not nagging, it's caring for your body's next chapter. Build strength. Light strength training with guidance boosts balance and energy. Check local gyms for senior classes. They're often fun and social. Motivation boost. Your body's been your partner for decades. Treat it with love. Every healthy step is a ticket to more laughter and adventure. 6. Stop worrying about what others think. You've spent years being who others needed. Reliable parent, dedicated worker, supportive friend. You followed rules, met expectations, and kept the peace. But after 60, it's time to ask, who am I living for now? Let go of the need to please everyone or fit into someone else's idea of you. Ellen, 64, loved art but hesitated to join a painting class. What if I'm no good? What if people think it's silly at my age? She worried. I told her, Ellen, who cares if they do? It's your joy, not theirs. fairs. She signed up, nervous but excited. Her first paintings were messy, but she glowed talking about them. "I feel like me again," she said. Ellen didn't become a famous artist, she became herself unapologetically. That's freedom. Worrying about others' opinions is like wearing shoes that pinch. You can walk, but it hurts. A hospice nurse, Bronnie Ware, wrote that the top regret of the dying was, "I wish I'd lived for myself, not others." After 60, you've earned the right to wear bold colors, say no to draining events, or chase dreams others might not understand. Practice saying no. Skip one obligation that feels heavy, no explanation needed. Notice how freeing it feels. Do something bold, wear that quirky hat, sing at karaoke, or share an opinion you've held back. Let yourself shine. Affirm your worth. Write down one thing you love about yourself, your humor, your kindness, your curiosity. Own it without apology. Surround yourself right. Spend time with people who lift you up, not judge you. They're your true tribe. Motivation boost. You're a one-of-a-kind star. Shine without dimming for anyone. Live for you and watch your spirit soar. 7. Stop drowning in doom and gloom. The news can feel like a tidal wave, endless stories of crisis, conflict, and fear. Staying informed is important. You're a thoughtful person who cares about the world. But soaking in negativity every day, hours of TV news or scrolling posts about disasters clouds your mind and weighs on your heart. After 60, you deserve peace, not panic. Tom, 70, used to watch cable news religiously, flipping between channels for hours. He'd grumble about politics, the economy, everything. His daughter noticed he was moody and tense, so she challenged him. "Dad, take a week off news. Just try it." Tom scoffed but agreed. He read a local paper, watched a comedy special, and called old friends instead. A week later, he was lighter, even laughing more. "I didn't realize how much it was dragging me down," he said. He still keeps up with events, but he's choosy, less fear, more balance. Your attention is a precious resource, and fear is a powerful hook. Studies show constant negative news raises stress and anxiety, which your body and mind don't need. There's still beauty in the world. Kind neighbors, kids playing, music that lifts you. Choose what feeds your hope, not your worry. Set boundaries. Limit news to 15 to 30 minutes a day. Try mornings so evenings stay calm. Curate your sources. Read a balanced outlet or follow X accounts sharing positive stories like community heroes or funny pet videos. Fill up on joy. Watch a feel-good movie. Listen to a podcast about art or history, or read a book that inspires you. Connect locally. Talk to neighbors or join a community group. Real-world connections remind you of the good around you. Motivation boost. Your heart deserves sunlight, not shadows. Fill it with hope and laughter, and watch your days bloom. 8. Stop ignoring or obsessing over your finances. Money can feel like a tightrope after 60. Some avoid it entirely. It's too complicated, while others obsess, checking accounts daily or agonizing over every dime. Both extremes steal your peace. A healthy financial plan should feel like a sturdy bridge carrying you toward joy, not stress. Maria, 63, used to shove bills in a drawer, overwhelmed by numbers. "I'll deal with it later," she'd say, but later brought late fees and worry. When she finally met with a planner, she learned she had enough to live comfortably. She just needed a simple budget. On the other hand, Paul, 67, was glued to his investment app, fretting over market dips. He delayed a dream trip to Ireland, scared it'd ruin his portfolio. Both needed balance, Maria to face her finances, Paul to loosen his grip. Once they found it, they felt free to live, not just plan. Your money is a tool to support your dreams, travel, family, hobbies, not a monster to fear or worship. Ignoring it risks surprises. Obsessing blocks joy. A clear plan gives you confidence to say yes to what matters, like a family reunion or a new passion. List your income, pension, savings, social security, expenses, and debts. If it's daunting, ask a trusted friend or advisor for help. Simplify it. Create a basic budget. Housing, food, healthcare, fun. Apps like Mint or a simple notebook work wonders. Check, don't obsess. Review your finances monthly, not daily. Automate bills to reduce stress. Spend with joy. Once your basics are secure, treat yourself a dinner out, a gift for a loved one, a small adventure. It's why you saved. Motivation boost. Your money's here to lift you up, not tie you down. Take charge, then let it fuel your happiest days. 9. Stop living like you have forever. This one's the heartbeat of it all. By 60, you've likely felt the sting of loss, a parent, a sibling, a dear friend. Those moments, heavy as they are, carry a quiet gift. They remind us life is finite, fragile, and breathtakingly precious. Don't let that scare you. Let it light a fire. Stop living like you have endless tomorrows and start making today count. Ruth, 69, came to me after losing her best friend. She was shaken, not just by grief, but by a question. What am I waiting for? I asked her, if you had 1 year left, what would you do differently? She didn't hesitate. I'd call my son more. I'd take that art class. I'd stop sweating the small stuff. Then she paused. Why aren't I doing that now? That moment woke her up. She started weekly calls with her son, joined a watercolor group, and let go of petty worries. 5 years later, she's still here, living with a spark she thought she'd lost. I'm not waiting anymore, she told me, her eyes bright. You don't need a diagnosis to live fully. Today is enough. Every I love you, every new adventure, every quiet moment you savor is a victory. Life's not about how many years you have. It's about how much you pour into the ones you've got. Don't let regrets sneak in. Fill your days with what matters most. Answer the big question. If this was your last year, what would you do? do? Who would you call? What would you try? Write down 3 things. Act today, pick one and take a step. Call a loved one. Sign up for a class. Forgive someone. Don't wait for ready. Savor the small stuff. Notice one beautiful thing daily, a child's laugh, a warm breeze, a favorite song. Let it fill your heart. Share your light. Tell someone you love them. Share a story or help a neighbor. Your presence is a gift. Motivation boost. You're here, breathing, alive. Today is your canvas. Painted with love, courage, and joy, because every moment is yours to make unforgettable. Tying it all together, letting go after 60 isn't about giving up. It's about gaining freedom. You're not slowing down. You're stepping into a life that's uniquely, gloriously yours. You've earned the right to live with purpose, laugh without apology, and chase what sets your soul on fire. Here's a heartfelt recap to carry with you. Let go of saving out of fear. Spend on what brings you closer to joy. Let go of meaningless purchases. Choose what fills your heart with meaning. Let go of work that drains you. Trade time for passion and peace. Let go of waiting. Chase your dreams now, big or small. Let go of neglecting your health care for your body so it carries you far. Let go of others' opinions. Be boldly, beautifully you. Let go of constant negativity. Fill your days with hope and light. Let go of financial fear or obsession. Plan wisely, then live fully. Let go of thinking you have forever. Make every day a masterpiece. A personal invitation. What's one thing you're ready to let go of today? Maybe it's worry or waiting or that nagging need to please everyone. Write it down, whisper it to yourself, or share it with someone you trust. Then take one small step. Call a friend, try a new hobby, or simply say no to something that doesn't serve you. You're not alone, and every step is a victory. I met a woman, Grace, 75, who decided to let go of someday. She'd always wanted to learn the piano, but thought she was too old. At 70, she bought a second-hand keyboard and started lessons. Her fingers fumbled, but her heart soared. Last year, she played Twinkle, Twinkle Little Star for her grandkids. They cheered like she was a rock star. I'm not great, she laughed, but I'm alive, and that's enough. Grace reminded me that it's never too late to begin. You're not just aging, you're thriving. Your wisdom, your stories, your dreams, they're treasures the world needs. You're not running out of time. You're standing at the edge of possibility. So go out there and live with all you've got. Paint your days with adventure. Wrap your loved ones in warmth, and let your heart lead the way. The best chapter of your life starts now, and it's going to be breathtaking. What's one thing you're excited to let go of or start doing? Tell someone you love, share it in your heart, or take a quiet moment to dream. Let's inspire each other to live bigger, brighter, and bolder.